What's the most expensive precious metal in the world? Gold? Nope. Platinum? Still no. Diamonds? Not even close. The real champion is a metal most people can't even pronounce. Rhodium, atomic number 45. This shiny silver-white metal has quietly become more expensive than luxury cars, Rolex watches, and sometimes even houses. But what makes this metal so special that entire industries fight over it? To understand rhodium, we have to go back to the year 1803. An English chemist, William Hyde Wollaston, was studying platinum ore. He dissolved it in a powerful acid, but something strange remained in the residue. After more experiments, Wollaston discovered a brand new element. He named it rhodium, from the Greek word rhodon, meaning rose, because some of its compounds are a distinct pink color. Cool discovery. But here's where things get wild. Rhodium has superpowers.
It's incredibly resistant to corrosion and doesn't rust. It reflects light like a perfect mirror. It can survive extreme heat. And it can clean toxic exhaust from car engines. That last one changed everything. Today, more than 80% of the rhodium on Earth is used in catalytic converters, the part of your car that reduces pollution. When harmful gases like carbon monoxide and nitrogen oxides pass through the converter, rhodium acts as a catalyst, helping transform them into much safer gases. A tiny amount of metal makes a massive environmental impact. But here's the catch. Rhodium is unbelievably rare. Like win the lottery twice rare. In the Earth's crust, rhodium is estimated at just 0.000037 parts per million. For comparison, gold is 1,500 times more common. And rhodium can't be mined by itself. It appears only as a byproduct when mining for platinum or nickel. So if platinum mining slows down, the rhodium supply collapses. The entire world produces only around 30 tons of rhodium per year. That's less than a single truckload. Over 80% of that supply comes from just one country, South Africa.
Because rhodium is rare, essential, and hard to extract, its price is extremely volatile. In the early 2000s, it hovered around $500 an ounce. By 2008, it peaked at over $10,000 an ounce. Then in 2021, it hit an almost unbelievable peak of nearly $30,000 an ounce, making it about 15 times more expensive than gold at the time. Why the surge? When countries tighten vehicle emission regulations like China and Europe have, car manufacturers are forced to use more rhodium in each catalytic converter to meet the new standards. The demand explodes, but the supply barely budges. Sure, rhodium is also used to plate luxury pens and create high-end mirrors, but because the price is so insane, rhodium jewelry is almost unheard of. And this brings us to the strange paradox of rhodium. Its incredible value is chained to the internal combustion engine it helps to clean, but that engine is on its way out. The global shift to electric vehicles threatens to crater the demand for rhodium in the long term. At the same time, the South African platinum mining industry that unearths it is facing its own crisis, with some of its own leaders now calling it a period of irreversible decline. So this remarkable metal is caught in a squeeze. Its supply is threatened by a struggling parent industry, and its main source of demand is threatened by the very green revolution it helps make possible. The world's most valuable metal is walking a tightrope, and no one is sure which way it's going to fall.
Let's be brutally honest. For a normal person, buying a physical bar of rhodium is a terrible idea. You might be drawn in by the stories, metal rarer than gold, sometimes worth more than almost anything else we dig out of the ground, but the reality is a minefield. Very few verified dealers will even sell it to you. The gap between what you buy it for and what you can sell it for is often massive, and the risk of getting scammed with a fake bar, it's astronomical. When it's time to sell, you'll find there's basically no retail market waiting for you. It's a dead end. So,
how do you get a piece of this fascinating market without walking into a trap? There are smart, safe, and realistic ways to invest in rhodium indirectly. First, let's talk about ETFs. Now, there is no rhodium ETF because the market is just too small and opaque, but you can invest in the metals that are almost always mined right alongside it, platinum and palladium. Two of the most common ETFs here are PPLT, which tracks physical platinum, and PALL for physical palladium. Because these metals come out of the same mines, their prices often move together, especially when there are supply issues. These ETFs are regulated, transparent, and you can buy or sell them in seconds.
This is your safest gateway. Your second option is to invest in the mining companies that actually produce the rhodium. These are large, publicly traded companies in what's called the Platinum Group Metal, or PGM, industry. Think of companies like Sibanye-Stillwater, ticker symbol SBSW. They mine platinum, palladium, and rhodium. So when rhodium prices spike, these companies often see their profits and their stock prices go up. This route is more volatile than an ETF, but it gives you direct exposure to the businesses pulling the metal out of the ground. Your third realistic option is to buy physical coins, just not rhodium coins because they barely exist. Instead, you can buy government-minted platinum or palladium coins like the Platinum Maple Leaf or the American Eagle. These are recognized all over the world, their value is easy to track, and they are infinitely easier to resell than some random rhodium bar you bought online. Now, just as important is what not to do. Please avoid these traps. First, never buy rhodium bars from a dealer you can't verify. The scam risk is just too high. Second, don't use leverage to trade these rare metals. Rhodium's price swings are notoriously wild. It once shot up from around $1,000 an ounce to nearly $30,000 in just a few years before falling again. Trying to time that is a recipe for disaster.
And finally, never put more than 5 to 10% of your total portfolio into these kinds of specialized assets. So here's the simple, realistic strategy for a normal person. Step 1, start with the safe ETFs like PPLT or PALL. This gives you easy, liquid exposure. Step 2, if you're comfortable with more risk for a potentially higher reward, you can add a PGM mining stock to your portfolio. And step 3, the most important step, avoid the temptation of physical rhodium. It's just not worth the headache and the danger. This strategy lets you benefit from the rhodium market without ever touching its most dangerous parts. Rhodium may not be famous, but it's one of the most interesting metals on Earth. It's incredibly rare, it's powerful, it's a key ingredient in the catalytic converters that clean the air from our cars. But yes, sometimes it's more expensive than anything else. But you don't need to gamble on raw rhodium bars to be part of this story. With smart, simple tools, ETFs, mining companies, and safe precious metal coins, normal people can invest confidently without stepping into the danger zone. Thanks for listening. If you want more simple money stories explained through everyday language, make sure you subscribe. This is What If Money, where we make finance simple enough for anyone to understand.